Now, while I do approve of the disco songs used in this movie, I am a little disappointed that they didn't use Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Come on, guys. So, The Martian, starring Matt Damon and a whole bunch of people, and directed by Ridley Scott. This has been a pretty hyped up movie, so I'm pretty sure you've heard of it and know what it's about, but just in case, Martian is about astronaut Mark Watney, who is part of a team of 5 other astronauts who are sent to Mars on a mission. While aborting their mission due to a severe storm coming their way, Mark Watney gets hit by a bunch of debris and is presumed dead by his crew and NASA. So his crew take off, everyone thinks he's dead, but he makes it, and so the whole movie is pretty much him trying to survive all alone on Mars while everyone else on Earth is trying to figure out how to bring him home. Now, this is a very, very well-made movie. Really do feel like you're there with Matt Damon surviving on Mars. That's what I liked about this movie. You really felt like you were going kind of step by step with him. It wasn't like, oh, boom, like things kept happening without explanation. No, you pretty much got a step by step of what he had to do in order to make it. And while you have Matt Damon on Mars, you also have everyone else at NASA trying to get him home. Chiwetel Ejiofor, I hope I'm saying his name right, is one of those people. He is great in the movie. He's such a natural, charismatic actor, and he does a great job leading the team on Earth, as does Jeff Daniels, Sean Bean, Kristen Wiig. There are a bunch of people in this movie. It is a great cast. And of course, Matt Damon is great in this movie. You're kind of cool with watching him be by himself, talking to himself, figuring out what he has to do in order to survive. Also, another great thing about the movie is the pacing. Not at any point did I feel like it was jagged or rushed in any way that took me out of the movie. They did a great job going back and forth between Matt Damon on Mars and then everyone else on Earth. That also didn't feel too shifty. It felt pretty natural in how they structured it. Also, this movie, it's right into it. There's really not too much of an introduction to all of the characters, and at first I was kind of bothered by it, but then as the movie went on, I kind of realized, oh, well, this is kind of a long movie, so I'm glad that there wasn't too much exposition. It was just get right into it, gotta save Matt Damon. Another thing I like about this movie is the fact that you believe that this could actually happen. The science is pretty convincing from someone who knows nothing of science. Now, I only have a couple things that bothered me about the movie. Not huge things, but I'll mention them. One thing is that there were a couple instances where I did get a little lost in terms of kind of what was happening. I don't know if I missed something or if something wasn't made super clear, or if it was just said pretty quickly and I just missed it. I don't know, but it did happen at least 2 or 3 times where it's just like, wait, what's happening now? Or I'm confused. But it wasn't so bad as to take me out of the movie, but it didn't. It just threw me off a little bit, but nothing that totally ruined my viewing experience. And the other thing is that I kind of felt like it was overloaded with characters. Now, I know that this movie is based on a book. I haven't read the book, so I don't know how true it is, and if I assume all of the characters are in the book, so I get that if that's the case, that they were trying to be as faithful as possible. But at the same time, you feel like certain characters played by certain pretty big actors didn't get as much screen time as they should have, or as much character development as they should have. Then you also have the crew that Matt Damon was with. You have Jessica Chastain, Michael Pena, Sebastian Stan, Kate Mara. the other guy, I don't know his name, all those actors. And again, it's great that this movie has such a great cast and utilizes them, most of them for the most part. But with certain characters, I feel like they could have been developed a little more, so it didn't feel like the actor was in this movie for no reason. But besides all that nitpicky stuff, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was going to be a lot more melodramatic than it was. It actually really wasn't. This movie was surprisingly funny, and mostly because of Matt Damon, because he just kind of has that natural quality to him, which was very important for this movie, because it would have just been dragged down if it was too serious. So to wrap it up, I really enjoyed this movie. It's a great space movie, it's a great survival movie, and it shows that Ridley Scott can make space movies that don't have to do with aliens, so that's a plus. So for all of those reasons, I'm going to give The Martian a nice and a half. So have you guys seen the movie? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you've read the book, please let me know if you have and how you think the movie compares to that. But okay guys, that is it for me. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon. Toodles!